So I had this dream where I was picking a lot of different things off of this conveyor belt, because that's what I do at my work. And again, I dream in my work quite often, and in this case it was me dreaming a street that I used to live in, but instead of it being pavement, it was just this big conveyor belt, and we're picking off metal, rubbish, cardboard, wood, that kind of stuff. Interestingly enough, it was actually in a street that I used to live in, and whenever I dream of this particular street, it always looks the way it did when I was a wee guy, and it's since been changed. I think I mentioned this in my other videos, where there used to be an old folks home in a big lane, so it was full of loads of trees and stuff like that, whereas nowadays it's been took down and put into a big housing estate. But it's funny because I've become lucid so many times in my dreams due to different dream signs, but in this case, whenever I dream that I'm back home and it looks the way it used to look when I was a wee guy, I never noticed that. That's like a dream sign that's waiting to happen for me. So I was with this woman, and the both of us were aging really quickly, like the opposite of Benjamin Button. So I was experiencing this kind of time lapse where it felt like a long time, but also condensed within a short period of time, where she was starting to look like an old woman and I was starting to look like an old man, like aging like flies. I says to her, I remember thinking, I don't really want to get old. I don't like the idea that people get old in life. It's just, I don't like that. Now I understand it's a beautiful process, growing old. Even the idea to grow old and witness you and your partner growing old together, there's something beautiful about that, but at the same time, at the end of that story, scares me. I don't know if it's just the idea of loneliness or being reminiscent of the past, that kind of stuff, who knows. But I remember freaking out about this, and you know that way in dreams sometimes something can seem usually mundane in the waking state, but you can have a dream about a certain scary scenario, but it will seem 10 times more scary. Well, this was me being shown that my life's purpose was coming to an end, where I had reached that old stage, but really rapidly. This now looking old woman and me being an old man, saying to her that I didn't like the idea of getting older, she basically says back to me, "Life's all a dream, son." I was like, "Don't call me son, I'm an old man." I then became lucid as she said that life is a dream. But disappointingly, I didn't actually become lucid, like an actual lucid dream, like becoming fully consciously aware that I was dreaming. It was one of the dreaming about lucid dreaming kind of dreams. So I was dreaming that I was having a lucid dream, which is really annoying when that happens, but I'm not going to get into that too much here, but that was one of the ones. It's amazing how dreams can put you in a position every now and again that basically smacks you in the face and tells you to appreciate your life. Appreciate the things that you have and the things that you don't have, by putting you in one of your worst subconscious nightmare type scenarios. And in my case, I think something that I'm subconsciously or somewhere deep down there's something that's scared about the idea of getting towards the end of my life and then being very reminiscent of the past, because I've been rushing through life like an unconscious zombie, constantly wishing each moment to be a means to an end, and then realising that this game called life is nearly over. Where did my life go? Everything just flew by all of a sudden. It's like whenever you have a dream where you're dying, or you've died, or somebody else that you know's about to die, or they have died, and you wake up in a mad panic and start phoning them to see if they're alright. Or you start to wake up the person sleeping beside you like, "Are you dead? Are you dead?" So I think the overall message of this wee daft video is to appreciate life, and it's also for me to look back on to remind myself to appreciate life. In this particular case, judging by the dream I had, growing older in such rapid style with this other person, like aging their night like a pear, is to remind myself I've got my whole life ahead of me, unless I got hit with a bus or something, but you know what I mean. Enjoy the people in your life. As much as people can annoy us, if they weren't here, we would miss them annoying us, or that situations can become really stressful, but just appreciate the fact that you're no back in that dream that you were just having that made you wake up and have this realisation of appreciation. But it's like anything in life, I mean, we get used to things. It's like when you have toothache, you want nothing more than the toothache to go away, you want the pain to go away, you want to experience that freedom, that relief. So when the pain goes away, when you start to realise that the pain's not there anymore, you're so happy, you appreciate it for however many hours, but then you get used to that pain, you get used to that painless feeling, then you go back to not appreciating it as much, it just becomes the normal again, the norm. There's actually been times where I've sat about, now I've not had any problems with my teeth in a long time, but I'll sit about now and again and actually say to myself, just think, you've not got toothache right now, appreciate this. But again, sometimes it's hard to appreciate things until you've lost it, or until the pain comes back, in order for you to try to get rid of it so that you can appreciate not having it again. But this brings me back to the whole appreciating life and present moment awareness kind of stuff that I talk about on this channel, where I try and be aware of the present moment as regularly as I can. I try to appreciate things, try to appreciate the beauty of life. Life is an amazing thing, it's got its ups and it's got its downs, but one wouldn't exist without the other, otherwise you wouldn't recognise the other as being another. Overall, it's good to remind yourself every now and again that you're this amazing biological being that is a complete complex mystery that has the opportunity to make a change at every moment possible. So thanks to the many mysteries of dreams, which essentially wake us up every now and again, reminding us to open our eyes when we become mad unconscious zombies worrying too much of this complicated thing called life. Maybe that's one of the reasons why we dream of these extremely horrible situations, so that when we wake up and have to deal with stressful situations in our life, it won't seem as bad. Who knows? Anyway, thanks very much for watching this weird video. If you liked the video, leave a like, share the video with somebody you think it might help, and again, subscribe if you want to see other videos that involve lucid dreaming, how to lucid dream, present moment awareness, meditation, that kind of stuff. More importantly, leave a comment down the bottom, letting me know a time where you woke up and you were so thankful that what you were just experiencing was just a dream. So I've got this psychedelic video planned as well. I don't know when it's going to be out, maybe the next couple of weeks, because I'm still getting used to using the effects in Adobe After Effects. I mean, I can hardly use Filmora, never mind learning this. And it's just going to talk about a journey that I went on a while back, a journey of self-discovery, as cheesy as that sounds, where I was trying to stupidly destroy my ego, and psychedelics, LSD and mushrooms seemed like the way to go. Within the video, as I said, I'll be trying to use green screen, replicating the effects, talking about what I consider my fake ego death experience and what I felt after that, like the integrational process, as well as the actual ego death where I surrendered and let it do its thing, and my thoughts after that as well. So if you want to see something like that, then stick about. And again, thanks very much for watching this video. Have a good one. Take care.